Welcome back to Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, where we give advice to people. We read advice, and then we give advice, and it's good advice. The best advice.
The bestest.
It's the... I tried to do a Donald Trump impression. I couldn't do it. I fucked up.
You're trying to bring politics into here. People don't want to hear our opinions on politics. Just dance, monkey, dance.
I will read, learn, KMS. Gosh. So, what's the haps, Dylan? What's been going on recently?
Nothing much. Just podcasting with my buddy Mike.
Podcasting. We've been doing a lot of cutting up videos for marketing. That's so boring. Working on the movie scripts.
Mike doesn't like the work part of work.
Yeah, I don't like that part. But this week I've been doing real good at the work. So it doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's just, do you get up and do? Do you do the thing? Don't matter if you like it or not if you do the thing.
I used to have this guy that I worked with at one of my old jobs in petroleum, and I'd be like, man, this is fucked up. They're making us do this. He's like, it's just work. I'm like, oh, that's a good, like, we're here to do a job. Like, I could bitch about it or I could just do the fucking thing. And I was like, that's a good way to look at it. And so I tell that to Mike. He doesn't agree.
No.
He's like, I want to do the fun stuff.
Yeah, it's boring, and I want to fall asleep the whole time, and my back hurts. My back hurts. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Your pussy?
Yeah, mostly in the pussy area.
Pussy?
When I'm doing the editing of the podcasts. You gonna start off the shindig?
I can start. We have one submission this week, and Mike wanted to point out that I said we'll get plenty, so we'll just read all of them last week. And he was right. I was wrong. We got one this week versus our 6 or 7 we had last week.
So we're going to read this one, and then the podcast is over. I'm just fucking with you. We got some Reddit advice we're going to give out. But it makes MADHD a lot easier if you guys submit. There's so many things going on in your life, and me and Dylan can solve it. You have 2 people here who know everything.
If you're married, we can help you with marriage counseling and tell your wife that she's wrong.
Right. If you're depressed, we can help you become undepressed. Just go outside and touch some grass. So easy. I mean, who better than there are deities that people worship, okay? Me and Dylan are like 2 notches below that.
I would say 1 notch, but yeah.
You know where Delilah's at? We're like 2 notches above Delilah.
So we're like Dear Prudence.
I don't even know what the Dear Prudence. What was the Prudence one we read?
I can't even remember.
That one was a crazy one though, right?
I think it was pretty wild.
It was pretty out there. I think a husband had done something.
Husbands always do something.
They do. They always, like, anytime a woman gets murdered, I'm just like, husband did it.
Rightfully or wrongfully.
Just he did it. And then they'll be like, yeah, it was the husband. He did it. Sometimes it's like, oh, random stranger, we got a serial killer. But 9 times out of 10, it's just like, he did it.
Well, and husband dies. That's one of the things is like in one of the Reddits that I read, it was talking about people like killing each other, and somebody was like, yeah, men kill their wives at this much rate, and a lot of the women in the comments are like, we just don't get caught.
Yeah, right. They just do it in different ways. They're like, oh, my husband has high blood pressure, so I made him a very salty meal.
We went hiking and he slipped.
No, husband,
don't go over the edge. All right, so this one is from Stop CCing My Life. Am I the asshole for going no contact with my family after they contacted my therapist without my consent?
What? I don't even think your therapist can do anything about that.
They shouldn't be able to. That's
like the whole HIPAA laws.
HIPAA?
Yep. Oh, dude, did you know that Pablo Escobar, before he died, before he had got, like, the police were seizing all of his shit, he had 4 hippos, okay? Because he had zebras, all sorts of shit, but he had 4 hippos. So after... he's on the run from law enforcement. The hippos got out, and this is in Central America, and a place that doesn't have any hippos. Today, they have 200.
Oh, wow. They're just proliferating.
No natural predator to take them down.
And I think it's, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to remember it. My parents watched this show, Deadwood. That's what it was. And they'd always take the dead bodies down to the Chinese guy that had a bunch of hogs. And so you just throw the body in there and no more body.
No more body.
I imagine, like, I don't know that hippos will actually, like, consume you, but that would be a good way to just, you know.
Hippos do eat meat. I think I watched sometimes, and it's not good for them at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just will. They'll just eat an antelope.
I was just thinking, just throw the body in there. And
Nothing's worse than getting ate by something that's not a predator, though, because predators know. Apex predators kill you, then eat you. A grizzly bear who does not always hunt for meat is just like, eat them before killing them. Yes, sure. And it's like, no, grizzly bear, kill me before eating me.
Like a cat, though, it'll just play with you.
No, like a tiger or something like that. They'll the jaguars, all of them will kill you max
Before they eat
30
you.
seconds.
But like some of them, they just like, as soon as you're not moving anymore, they'll keep you, like they don't necessarily just like take you out. Like, I mean, look at a house cat. It will sit there and fuck with like.
Yeah, big cats are way different. I know. But all I do is watch animal documentaries. If a jaguar, a tiger, a lion, if any of those come after you, you're dead within 25 seconds because they're going to immediately start eating you.
Only because like where they get you is going to be way more deadly for you. But like if they kill like an antelope or anything, they don't give a shit whether it's like fully dead. They just want it to be incapacitated. So like they don't ensure that you're dead as long as you're not getting up and running away.
I would say that's more akin to like zoo big cats. Like zoo big cats, they don't know they've just not done all the shit before to kill you. But any predator.
I've seen tons of animal documentaries where the animal is not fully dead and they are like literally just all over it, but they didn't like ensure that it was dead. They just made sure that it can't run away. And so they don't give a fuck whether you're alive, dead. It's just we have where they would go for us is our neck. And so instantly you'd be dead.
Right.
But they're not like, oh, he's still alive. Let's make sure he's dead. So the chance could happen that you're not able to run away and they just start taking pieces off you just the same. All right, so am I the asshole for going no contact with my family after they contacted my therapist without my consent? I, 28 male, am married to my wife. I'm worried about my wife. I'm married to my wife, 28 female. We've been together since 2017 and married in 2018. She is a woman of color. I've been in individual therapy for several years to work through family issues and set healthier boundaries. Growing up, my family often handled things indirectly. For example, my mom told my older brother information about my biological father that she never told me, and my brother received therapy while I did not. Communication has often involved other people instead of coming to me directly. Over the years, there's been a pattern where my mom will bring my brother into situations instead of talking to me. My wife has also felt excluded in family settings, minimal direct conversation, being ignored in groups, etc. A major issue happened during a family trip when my brother used a racial slur while referring to my wife.
Oh, you just got a backhand brother. He'll never to do that again.
My mom acknowledged it was wrong, but focused on forgiveness rather than accountability. My brother later sent text apologies, but never spoke to us directly. That's a bitch move. You said it in front of everybody. You apologize in front of everybody. Because of all this, I started working with my therapist on boundaries. At my request, my therapist wrote a letter to my mom explaining the impact of the racial incident and that any family therapy would require accountability and respectful communication. Here's where the current problem starts. My mom refused to review the letter with her own therapist. She forwarded my therapist's letter to my brother.
What the fuck happened to you're all in therapy and still just a shit family?
Yeah. She forwarded my therapist's letter to my brother without my consent. My brother's wife then looked up my therapist and contacted him directly. I found out about this from my therapist, not from my mom, my brother, or his wife. No one reached out to me directly to tell me what they had done. My therapist later informed me there was a second attempt to contact him. To me, my therapist and my medical/mental health care are private. No one had permission to contact him. It also feels like the same pattern again, decisions and actions about me happening without anyone speaking to me directly. Because of this, I don't feel comfortable doing family therapy anymore, and I'm considering going fully no contact with my mom, brother, and sister-in-law. I've asked for direct communication and privacy for years, and this feels like a major boundary violation. Am I the asshole for not or for wanting to go no contact after this.
Ain't you like 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing family therapy anyways.
Yeah, and they're shit. So
Right.
like no contact is the best
Obviously,
solution.
their therapy's not working. They believe their shit don't stink.
What kind, like, we talked about this in the car the other day about, you know, like most black guys are like, no white guys ever said the N-word at me. Like, in this day and age, like, what made your brother think that it was okay to say a slur? Which, you know, I know there's that one, and then there's a bunch of other ones. And so did he say something kind of out of line? But even still in that moment, you're just be like, oh, my bad.
That's just a guy who's never been punched in the mouth. I think, you know, and you don't even have to be punched in the mouth for saying something racist. It's just like people who have been punched in the mouth is like, I should not be disrespectful right here.
Yeah, and if somebody calls me on it, let me, like, just say, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? I feel bad about it. Like,
Right.
Be an adult and communicate.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't think at 28 years old you should be doing family therapy. You should be doing your solo therapy to try to get through whatever happened to you when you were a kid. That wasn't the submission?
That was the submission.
Oh, it was? Oh, this one says MADHD submission too.
Yeah, I put it on the same thing.
Oh, okay, I got
just
you.
for its MADHD instead of two daddies.
My friend keeps making fat jokes about me even though I lost the weight years ago. All right, well.
Not a friend anymore.
But not even that. Like, be like, yeah, call him a loser. Like you were still like
talking about your small dick.
Like back in the day, yeah, I was fat, you were a loser. Now I'm not fat, and you're still a loser. Like this. I've known this guy since we were kids. Grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, stayed friends all these years. He's like a brother to me, honestly. Back when we were teenagers, I was pretty overweight. Nothing extreme, but I got picked on for it. He was always cool about it though. Never joined in. Stuck up for me a few times. About 5 years ago, I got serious about getting in shape, changed my whole lifestyle, lost about 60 pounds, and I've kept it up since. Still go to the gym regularly, watch what I eat, all of it. Here's the thing. He won't let it go. Every time we hang out, he makes the comment. He makes some comment, orders a bunch of food and goes, remember when you would have eaten all this yourself? Sees me at the gym and says, look who's still trying to lose the weight. Post old pictures of us in group chats and points out how I used to look. This is a man who has insecurities in himself, saw you better yourself, and now that's why he can't. He didn't bring it up back in the day because, you know.
He was better than you.
He was better than you.
He wasn't fat.
But now you're better than him, so he has to like try to be like, oh man, remember how good I was at football? God, I was the best. That's why people who peaked in high school talk about when they were in high school, because they're losers now. That's all they have to hang on to. At first, I laughed it off. Figure it was just how guys joked around, but it's been years and he's still doing it. Like in his head, I'm still the fat kid. He can't see me any other way. He sees you in a different way. It's just not in the way he wants to see you.
He wants everybody else to still see you that way.
Right, because of his insecurities. I never said anything because we've been friends forever and I don't want to seem sensitive or like I can't take a joke, but it's starting to wear on me, honestly. Makes me feel like no matter what I'll do, he'll always see me in this way. How do I handle this without ruining a friendship that's been going on my whole life? Conversation, and then if he can't let it go, he's not a friend anymore. Like once he says a fat joke in the group chat, I'm like, hey, bro, what's going on, man? Like, you know, I lost all this weight. You still making these fat jokes? Like, is there something wrong? Like, is there something you're going through?
Do you need me to fuck your old lady? Like, I mean, I will.
That's the crazy stuff too. Is you could be combative, or you can be like real. I think a real calm approach really destroys people. Like if you're like, hey man, what's wrong? Like, is it you see me? I lost all this weight. I'm doing good in life, and you're still kind of where you were since you left high school. Is there something? I mean, I see you've put on a little bit of weight. Is that like what's bothering you? Is it like some kind of, you know, insecurity? Because I can like not talk about me working out and eating well and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I can hide some of my successes from you if that'll make you feel better.
I can't hide this huge bulge I got here.
Yeah, I can't hide this huge cock. You know, 60 pounds. That would be like, how many pounds did they say? You get a half inch of dick?
I don't know.
Every time I read the statistic, though, I'm like, fuck, I need to lose a little bit of weight.
I need to get to that 3.5 inches. Yeah, I don't understand friends that cut each other down. Like, unless you're trying to see people improve. Like, and it's not cut them down. It's, you know, you can poke and have fun, blah, blah, blah. And like, you're hoping that they get better. But to like see somebody doing good and then cut them down while they're trying to do good. Like, you should be supporting your friend getting in shape, not being like, "Oh, fatty, you remember when you used to eat like this?"
Yeah, like if you got a friend that doesn't like to like advertise a podcast, but he's like really putting in the work and getting those marketing things out there, you should be like, "Fuck, man, you're doing a great job, dude. You're killing it."
Yeah, I do that.
Support them, hype them up a little bit.
I do that.
I'm not saying you. This could be anybody.
This could be anybody with
anybody.
2 podcasts.
If somebody has a podcast and they're doing marketing for it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the other guy didn't like to do the marketing stuff because it's very boring. And you know, he's a comedian, not an editor, but he's learning all these editing skills so he can help out with the hard stuff. Yeah, but I just send so much support his way.
And this is just general talk.
General. And it probably happens a million times a day with 7 billion people on this earth. I guarantee you this exact scenario is going on with at least 10 million people. So just to put that out in the world, you know what I'm saying?
You don't give him a hard time for it.
That's right.
When he gets lazy about it, you just always support him.
Always support him. Well, no, you could give him but I'm saying when he's really on his game, you should be like, man, you're doing real good. And
I'm proud of you, little buddy.
That would probably make him feel real good. I'm not gonna lie. If you knew a situation like that and you said that would probably make him feel real good.
Well, Mike, I just want to say I'm really proud of you and how much work you've been putting in this week on promoting Two Daddies Judging Baddies.
It's coming out of nowhere.
It's really inspired me how much effort you put into.
And I didn't even have to tell you about that, man. I'm tearing up a little bit. I didn't even have to tell you. That's a friendship right there. I'm sorry you ain't got friends like that and they only call you fat and stuff even though you're not fat anymore.
Well, and if you really want to like get down to the brass tacks of it, you would feel so much better if everyone just shared those clips and then shared the podcast and just brought people along. It would make you feel like your efforts are really going to something that means something. Yeah,
like if I just had, if I'll sit here today with like 1/10 of Joe Rogan money, fuck.
100th of Joe Rogan.
100th, yeah, 100. He has $200 million, something like that.
What is 100th of that? That's
$2 million. Yeah. So if I was sitting here with $2 million, I would be pretty. You could call me fat. I don't give a fuck.
You can now too.
Yeah, you can now too. I still don't give a fuck. But
all right. So this one is our advice. I think my neighbor's dead.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
I live in an apartment building, and a week ago they put paper in our doors for something irrelevant to the story. It was put in there in a way that when you open the door, it would fall out. Everyone else in the building has gotten the paper except for the apartment next to mine. We've been monitoring it. Let me try that again. We've been monitoring it, and the TV is on 24/7. Even at 2 and 4 a.m. when we checked, it's still on. We've knocked on the door to no answer. We're on the first floor and have tried looking in the windows, but saw nothing. Don't know if that's good or bad. What makes this so worrying is that the lady that lives there is on oxygen.
She's dead.
Just so you know.
She's so dead, man. You could have resolved this situation.
You would hate this because they have not used a single period yet in this story.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd be...
Not a one.
I'd be like, I wish you were dead. I wish you were the dead apartment person.
I've seen her before, and I can hear the oxygen machine. And sometimes my cat gets out and sits or stands in front of that door. Me and my sister think he knows something we don't. We've tried contacting the building manager, but she won't respond.
Please, God, tell me there's an update to this. Okay, good.
What do we do? Are we being too paranoid? I've seen on shows and heard stories about people dying in their houses and rotting in there while mail piled up outside.
The next day, you're going to smell a smell. The smell's smelly.
Ooh, that smell.
Can't you smell that smell?
All right, so update number 1. The sheriff's office is currently closed as it's almost 1 a.m. as I'm writing this, and the website doesn't have a way to send an email, so I'll be calling tomorrow as soon as I get home from school, around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll update when I make the call. Bruh, couldn't you just call
the apartment
on your way?
Yeah, but also the apartment will do a welfare check.
Will they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I lived in an apartment for all like 3 months. I'll update when I make the call, but I'm unsure if they would actually get here and do the wellness check on the same day. Yeah, that's kind of what the wellness check is there for. Me and my friend also just noticed that on the second floor of the apartment, directly above the apartment, this thread was talking about is the same paper also there on the door. We didn't hear anything inside that one. We know nothing about the person living there, and are never up there other than this one time because
God, are you in an apartment of death?
Yeah. Or it could be an empty apartment.
Right, yeah.
Because we were bored and decided to see the other floors of the apartment. Original apartment this thread is about is number 104, and the one we just noticed is 204. Maybe it's like a Twilight Zone, like everybody, like time stops.
304, the apartment, yeah, and it's just like the 04s, that one.
All right, so update number 2. Yes, we have tried knocking multiple times. I'm having my sister, who is home, call the sheriff's office to request a wellness check. No, this is not fake. I'm sorry if it seems that way. I've never been in a situation like this, and I have no idea what to do. I'm sorry I said the sheriff's office was closed. It was 1 a.m. when I was trying to find it. I barely remember seeing it, and I've also never had to look it up before. No, we don't smell anything, but we think our cat does, which is why he always sits outside of that one and looks at us. I hope I can give you guys a good update by the end of the day.
And here we go.
Nope, there's 2 or 3 more updates.
God damn.
They're short, though. Edit 3. The call has been made. They are sending an officer, but the lady said she's not sure how long it will take to get there. I'm at school and getting updates from my sister who is home. Edit 4. I'm very happy to update that she's alive.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you want her to be dead?
Well, I mean, it makes for a good read.
A cop came by and knocked for a long time, and eventually she answered. The cop is in her apartment now and will update my sister once he leaves. When that happens, I'll probably leave my final update on if she's okay and why she wasn't responding. Final update.
But why the doors never opened?
She's completely okay. She said she's just old and has no reason to leave her house. I'm glad I get to give a good update, and this can stop eating me away at night thinking she's dead.
But nobody has opened her door to bring groceries or nothing?
I mean, if you're like an old person, you just make like my parents go and visit. We don't really have family down here, but like my dad's grandpa moved down here and then he got remarried down here. And so my parents go and visit some family off that line. And I mean, she's in her 90s. She'll go to the store. I mean, she still drives, which is crazy.
That's scary. Yeah.
But she goes to the store and she'll pick up food for a long time, and then she just won't go out for a while. So my parents go over and visit so that she has somebody to like visit with. But
you know, if I were to make laws, if I was a lawmaker federally, I'd say if you are over the age of 75, you are not allowed to drive a vehicle unless you have a special license.
Well, it's one of those things where it should be maybe you check in on it more. Like, and it's not any offense to
that's what I'm saying, like a
people
special license though, because it's just like a blanket thing. Like if you can drive, you can drive, but you got this special license that you got
to check in every year, check your eyes, check your reaction time, check.
Because fucking every day, just in our area.
Well, we about died this morning. I picked you up, and then while we were going, this guy was like, looked like he was going to pull out, and then he stopped. And so I kept cruising along at 35. And then all of a sudden he started going right at the wrong time, like where if I didn't slam on my brakes and slow down, he would have gotten smashed. And then on the bumper it says, "In loving memory of my wife."
And he would have got hit right on the passenger side. So we assumed what happened to his wife.
He unfortunately got T-boned.
Yeah. So guys, we know that this is something you guys look forward to. Okay. And we are happy to announce we have a Patreon.
What did they get for a Patreon?
Well, for a small monthly fee, you know what I'm saying?
Just a morsel of money.
To Oprah, it's under $100, so it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Have you never seen the clip of Oprah? When the guy's like, Oprah, what should I get my girl for, Valentine's Day? And she suggests something. He's like, what? That's expensive. And she's like, what? You could find one for $100. Like, well, how is that expensive? That's what Oprah said. She was like, if you can't afford $100, make her a card.
Oh, those are two very vastly different things.
Vastly on each end of the spectrum. But yes, guys, we do have a Patreon. If you want to check it out, you can get more bonus episodes, see more of me and Dylan. And that's a beautiful thing. Also, if you have advice that you need in your life, you can submit that.
Because this will be a shorty, because we're about out of advice. And these were ones that I printed up. And if we just had, like we did last week, 6, 7 6, 7.
Yeah, from how far I was sticking my hands out, you can see me doing it on your side just a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah, we had a long episode last week. This week is not going to be as long because we don't have good advice to give to the people.
Well, people submit a lot, and they submit for Two Daddies Judging Baddies. And honestly, if you're going to submit for one of the shows, Mike and Dylan is submission based, whereas Two Daddies Judging Baddies, we love to put them in there. But a lot of times we'll do a thematic episode over there. And so we will put those in, we'll put the submissions in as like a segment. It won't be the whole show. If you really, really want advice, submit it for Mike and Dylan.
This next advice is, found my boyfriend's ex's gross panties shoved in his couch. Should I send them back? As the title says, I was looking for something between couch cushions and found something balled up inside. When I picked it up, I realized it was a pair of underwear that were heavily stained and honestly pretty disgusting. I asked him about it, and he immediately said he knew exactly who they belonged to because they're very distinct. Apparently, they're from his ex from about 8 months ago.
He pulls them out, and they're like triple X or like quadruple
road trip
X.
where he pulls out the cheetah print panties.
He's like, yeah, those are Susie's.
Not gonna lie, I was weirdly attracted to that lady in road trip.
I mean, she was pretty.
Yeah.
She was a pretty woman.
I'd have been like, listen, we're gonna have an experience tonight. So, but 8 months ago to leave them for that long, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, who really, unless you got kids and craziness going on, like who's digging in their couch cushions? Like you lose a remote, then you go digging. And
right.
Like, what the fuck is this stuff?
What is this? It seems like she must have deliberately hid him there instead of throwing them away. I know he didn't cheat. We're together pretty much every day, even work at the same job. The underwear look like they've been there for quite a while. Part of me wants to mail them back for her, leaving something like that behind instead of just throwing them away. I know it's petty, but I also kind of want her to feel embarrassed about it. They smell pretty clean. What do you think?
You added that.
I did. I had this. They smell pretty.
Well, because she said that they're like stained. So like, I'm guessing not just like vaginal stains, like just gross, poopy, pee.
Oh man, if I fucking found my wife's ex's anything and it had like doo-doo stains in it, I'm like,
you send it to him.
Yeah, but I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is I know their level of standard is not that high.
Well, yeah, they married you.
Well,
They married me. Like,
right. Yeah, my poop stains are different. They are elegant, almost romantic.
If doo-doo actually gets on my pants, they're gone. I'm throwing them away.
I just think it's impossible though. Like if you wipe your ass.
I'm talking about like if you shart your pants.
Oh yeah, if I shart, they're gone.
Yeah,
like
they're in the trash. Like
outside trash, they're gone.
Yeah. Like, so if it comes to that, you're just like, these are now garbage. And so yeah, like homegirl, she took off her panties and just shoved them in the fucking couch. Like no matter how that scenario works out, it's not good.
My 9-year-old son, he says shart so much.
Yeah, it's such a great word. My wife hates it.
Shart?
Absolutely hates it. Yeah.
Sometimes you shart.
Where'd you first learn about it? Through people talking about it?
Oh yeah, when I was young.
The first time I heard it was on Shallow Hal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Shallow Hal's such an underrated movie. That is an underrated movie. What are these chairs made out of? Metal.
It was a cool concept.
A very cool concept, yeah. With what's his name? Tony Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny thing is like Jack Black. Like, I mean, he's super funny, super charming, and like in the general sense, though, you're like, you know, he's not a Fabio, like just crazy good looking guy. So for him to be so shallow about things, but also like, girl was big. She was a big girl.
She was a hefty lass. A hefty lass. That's the politically correct term.
Yeah.
You know, when you meet somebody, you be like, I see you are a hefty lass, ma'am. And that will make her feel good because she knows you respect her.
You're sturdy.
Yeah, you're very sturdy. look like you can you know what I'm saying? Like maybe push off a tackle. Like it's not going to be a very successful tackle if somebody tries to tackle.
I feel safe and comfortable in your presence.
You look balanced, yeah. Hard to take down.
If we were to be jumped by some people, I knew you could
I feel like you
pull
could
your own weight.
Yeah. Which is
hefty.
Yeah.
And sturdy. I mean, I think like that's the crazy thing about like supermodels and all this other stuff. Like the tiniest stick figure girls have never been like attractive to me. Like ever.
Right. What guys does like that's what I got so fucked up about, because like, you know, women will talk about Victoria's Secret models, and I'm like, but guys don't. That you're just getting told what guys like, because guys don't like that.
Well, and on that note, like a girl that is just a smaller frame girl, like attractive, but like the girls that like feel the need to weigh next to nothing, like ribs showing and like super underweight, like not attractive. Like no girl ever has to do that. Like I get that that's what fashion and all that stuff says, but like that has never been like, however you're built, if you're tiny, skinny, and you know, healthy, attractive. If you're a little bit bigger, healthy, attractive. Like there's no, like you have to fit this mold to be an attractive woman. And that's the weirdest thing, because, you know,
well, now it's reverting back to that, because with Ariana Grande doing all that shit to look like a skeleton.
Oh, really?
During the whole Wicked thing, yeah. And then, you know, GLP-1s are fucking so prevalent now too. And it's just like, girl, have a fat ass. Like, fucking be thick.
Yeah.
Because if you're walking beside two women who are into what people think beauty standards are, big companies think what beauty standards are, and you are thick, people are going to be looking at you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing is just like, be healthy. Like, I don't give a fuck how you accomplish that, but like, don't do unhealthy things on either side. Like, don't balloon up for whatever reason. Don't get super skinny for any reason. Like, just be happy and healthy in your body, your shape, whatever you are. Like, if you want to get skinnier, do it solely for health reasons, not for beauty standards.
Like humans are supposed to carry around a little bit of fat. They're 5% fat. That's unhealthy. That is not good. And it's also why like bodybuilders cannot retain that stuff.
No, it's a temporary thing that they
do to show off their muscles, but they cannot retain that.
They
stuff.
pack on weight and then they cut the fat, and it's never like a stasis. There's not I'm always, you know, 7% body fat. No. And especially with women, like you're not supposed to, I think it's like 15 or 20 for women. Like you shouldn't be going below that. Women, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. No, and be healthy. Do what you want. Be healthy.
Eat cornbread. Do some squats. We love it. No, I'm just kidding. You don't even have to do squats. I don't know what it is about women genetics. I ain't got an ass at all.
If you did some squats, you'd get
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You squat on your big black boyfriend all the time.
The thing is I very early in life, like even working out and shit like that, never did squats, because we had early access to the internet, and you always, so many videos of dudes doing a squat and then their fucking knee buckling and their bone ripping out of their leg.
Yeah, if you're doing 600 fucking pounds and you're not ready for it.
I've always got scared.
No, squats are like leg day is essential. Like, and that's one of the things with exercising. If you,
I'll do leg press. Sure, but I'm not squatting.
You squat on your big black boyfriend.
Sure. That's the second time you said that joke.
I know, and you ignore mine. I'm supposed to sit over here and go,
yeah, because that's my joke.
Yeah, and I gave it back to you.
No, Dylan, we use your jokes. With like, what's a joke? What's an ongoing joke you got?
That I can't read.
We both can't read. Well, I can't read. This Plankton's little cousin. Yeah, you got to watch SpongeBob, dude.
I don't.
Watch the first.
I don't have to do that. I don't
5 seasons of SpongeBob.
Card games. I don't have to do the things that you.
SpongeBob is not in the card game-esque category. It's just good. It was good shows. You like Bluey?
I was growing out of watching cartoons by the time SpongeBob was popular. Like it was. Yeah, I was in like 7th grade. And so, yes, I'm not watching SpongeBob, which is...
Dog, I was in 10th grade watching SpongeBob. I get home.
Because you fell in love with it at a young age.
Oh, okay, sure.
I was in 7th grade smoking weed and fucking trying to hook up with girls. And I was not going home and be like, let me watch SpongeBob. Like, I've seen it. I've seen random episodes here and there, but I was not in love with it. It wasn't like a passion of mine. Because I was older.
I was still doing hard drugs and watching SpongeBob.
Because you fell in love with it as a young kid. You fell in love with it as a young kid. So then it was something that was nostalgic for you.
So what did you watch 7th grade when you ain't doing nothing?
Movies.
I guess. Well, I guess we just didn't have anything for an accessible movie. You know what I'm saying? They stole cable and shit like that. So it was easier to just put on SpongeBob.
We had like bookshelves filled with VHSs, and then we would buy, like, that was the time that DVDs like really became popular, and you could buy a DVD player for like $20. And so I would rip movies off the internet. I would watch movies. So like I watched fucking Half Baked because I was super cool stoner kid. And so I watched Half Baked like 100 times.
My brother loved doing that. Head of State. Did you say Head of State?
Oh. I don't know that. I know that one.
That one's where Chris Rock runs for president.
Mm-mm.
Get Rich or Die Trying. If there was a prominent black film, my brother watched those 100 times where I'd just be like, come on, dude. Like, this has got to be some form of autism.
And
like a movie, it's an hour and a half. Like, sure, rewatching a series, hundreds of hours worth of something, sure. Because when you start back, it's like, oh, I forgot everything. But a movie, he would watch them shits back to back to back and then still laugh at the, yeah.
Like, turn off the movie, watch it again.
Yes.
No.
And I'm just like, bro, that is crazy. That is, Robbie's definitely autistic.
Yeah, no, just, we grew up in a different era.
Big autistic gay boy. Love him to death.
I love him. All right, this one's from Our Advice. My friend keeps making... Wait, no, this one's already been read. So
what?
We're at 35. Yeah, it's the keeps making fat jokes.
Oh.
We got a second one of it. Somehow it got printed twice.
Well, that's sad. That's rough. Do we do the whole parental thing or we like stick to it? Or should we just do like one of these?
We got Rickies. We got Rickies.
Oh, do a Rickie. Do a Rickie. We ain't done a Rickie fucking story in a minute. We have a whole pile of Rickie over here, by the way. And it's like, well, we ain't got nothing. We'll read a Rickie submission.
All right. So
this is Rickie from Oklahoma, which is, I think Rickie is the most, like if we didn't hear from Rickie in like a week, if we didn't hear from Rickie in 7 to 10 days, we would worry if he was alive or not.
He hasn't submitted in like I think he's very prominent on the Reddit, but
he called last week. He left a voicemail
Did
last
he?
week, yeah. But I think the phone number for that is ending.
No, that one we need to shut down the Labor Llama one.
Yeah. All right.
We ain't been selling no Labor Llama. All right. This is from Rickie from Oklahoma. The wrong medication story.
Uh-oh.
Hey there, Mike and Dylan. Once again, it's me, Rickie from Oklahoma. Now it's 7:30 a.m. and I'm about to wake my wife and kids up to get their days started and for me to go to bed to get ready for my 12-hour shift. Anyway, this is for Dylan's story at the 52 mark. I don't know which episode, Rickie.
Fuck.
I believe it's the one about giving the wrong medication. I have a similar story from my time working with the criminally insane. A few years ago, I was working at the Oklahoma Forensic Center. They do med pass at 7:30 a.m., 11 a.m., and 8 p.m. and give PRNs, not a routine med, as needed or requested. What are PRNs? Not a routine medicine, as requested. Okay. It was a Saturday morning, and I was directing the half-awake mental patients to line up for meds and check mouths to make sure they weren't cheeking their meds. A nurse, let's call her Diane, because that's that crusty old bitch's name. He's doxing people in this fucking thing. Was passing med through the med window. Because of HIPAA, I can't use the patient's real names. So, John, a 5'8", 150-pound, brittle diabetic and white guy, that'll make sense later, he says, goes up to the window. Diane asks, "Are you Mark?" He says, "Yes." I vaguely overhear this exchange, and as I turn to make sure that's not what I heard, I see John take a med cup of pills that aren't prescribed to him.
Uh-oh.
You see, I know this because the day before, I helped another nurse pass John his meds. John's med cups were almost full of pills. The cup that was taken on this day wasn't even half full. I go to the window and ask Diane if she just gave John his meds. She said, "No, that was Mark." I said, "Nope, that was John." She proceeds to tell me that she will check her med book, then turns around, looks at the wall while I watch her, then turns around and says, "It's okay, because they have the same medications." What? No, you don't.
Right.
Not a fucking cup full of pills.
Twins.
I then walk away to inform someone. I talk to a senior employee, and he said that I should notify the nurse manager. I locate her and head to the unit that she is on. I let her know exactly what happened. I tell her that Diane gave John Mark's medication. The nurse manager got concerned about this for 2 reasons. John is a brittle diabetic. Mark is a 6'2", 200-pound black guy. Do white people and black people have to take different kinds of pills?
Mm-hmm. That's a thing.
Oh.
But no. So what happened was the diabetic just took a whole bunch of blood pressure medication.
I mean, 200 pounds at 6'2", that's not a overweight guy. So
Yeah, but black people have high blood pressure. Like, they're more at risk for high blood
You
pressure.
sound racist.
No, it's a fucking thing.
Racist. You're just a little racist. Modicum of racism.
I just grew up in the hood. It was like every fucking adult black person was like, I got high blood pressure. And I'm like, is this, and I was like, yeah, black people have a higher likelihood of having high blood pressure.
I mean, if you can explain your racism away, just do it.
Easily.
All right. The nurse manager and I have a quick conversation about this. I then return to my unit. As I do so, I see Diane on the phone and she says, yeah, he just walked back in. She then hangs up the phone and tells me that I need to mind my own business. I tell her no, because she's not sure what she gave John and how it will affect him. She then tells me that it's my fault because I'm stupid and lazy. I just tell her that I'm taking a break because what is about to come out of my mouth could get me fired. What makes this worse is that with each med cup is a picture of the correct patient. What?
What? Okay, that's
Yeah, you look like a 200-pound black guy. You
Yeah.
150-pound white guy.
Sure.
I guess her old crusty bitch eyes couldn't tell the difference between a black guy and a white guy. Anyway, that's my story. Okay. Love you. Bye.
See, I thought something crazy was going to happen.
Well, yeah, I guess it would be cool to know what the fuck happened to John.
Was he like
and Mark.
convulsing and shit? Like, ah.
Well, and it's like a medically insane place too. It's
Right.
not
I'm like
just
in the same place. I'm just like talking to somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm just tired. They give me so many pain pills in the morning."
John just had.
How many do
do
they give you? Right. Yeah. How many do they give you?
We're gonna go for 2 Rickies.
2 Rickies? I was about to end it
Rickies.
right there. What are you doing, Dylan? See, because now they're gonna be like, "Look, these guys will make up the time. We don't have to ask for no.
We don't have to
advice."
submit nothing.
Not sure if this is a limerence. Hey there, Mike and Dylan. It's Rickie from Oklahoma. I'm listening to a new episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies, and I might have a limerent adjacent story. I'm not sure. Obviously, this is from the limerence episode. Back in 2015, when I was a single man, I would use plenty of fish. Anyways, I was living in Claremore, Oklahoma, and she lived in Owasso, Oklahoma. I don't know if you know where these places are.
No.
You do not.
No.
These towns are like 20 to 30 minutes apart. I met this chick on Plenty of Fish. We only talked for a couple months. How many times are you going to say Plenty of Fish in this?
It's actually an ad for Plenty of Fish.
Right,
Does it
yeah.
even exist anymore?
I fucking don't know.
Let me check it.
We only talked for a couple of months. And yeah, Google it.
My wife is gonna like this.
Yeah, Google it. We only talked for a couple months and she started to get real weird because that's the way she started acting. I had to end the relationship for the safety of my son. I'm a single dad at this time and myself. So this chick starts messaging me. We clicked enough. We chatted back and forth. Like I said, she got weird. It felt like every other day she was done dating and wanted to work on herself. And the very next day of saying this to me, she'd be texting me. So after a couple of months of talking, she asked me a crazy question. Her, what would you do if you came home and I was in your room? Me, wonder how you found out where I lived. Her, no, if I knew where you lived. Me, then wonder how you got into my house. There's an even crazier kicker to this story. I recently talked with a patient that lives and works in Owasso. Oh, the girl that was in my story worked at a store called Belk, and so did this patient. I ended up telling the patient about said girl. Patient then asked if she was cute, chubby, and wore glasses. I said, yes, I believe so. That description hits the mark. Then the patient asked if it was Jennifer. I told her I don't remember her name. That was her name. Then the patient said that sounds like something Jennifer would do. I dodged a bullet. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Whew.
Yeah, you were about to get raped, murdered. That's what you were going to come home one day, and then she was going to gag you and store you inside of a closet where she would keep you there, feed you, and use your penis for a procreation device.
Oh no, don't do it.
Yeah, no, death by snoo sounds terrible.
Don't sit on my face until
You ever watch Futurama?
No.
Where they go to this one
Well, yeah, I've seen some of it.
planet where it's like all Amazon women, and they
Oh,
order them to death by snoo, which is death by sex. And it's like, oh, okay, well,
No, don't do it.
yeah, punishment fits the crime. All right, guys. Remember, if you want longer episodes of this, fucking you got anything in your life that you need help with, you just send that to mikeanddylan.com and we will read your stories. We love you so much, guys, and we will see you next time.
Later.